Welcome to Learn English as a Second Language. The right place to learn English quickly.
Hi everyone. This presentation is a detailed guide to help you understand the present simple tense in English. It's meant for people who are learning English, especially those at a beginner or intermediate level, and want to get better at using this tense in speaking and writing. The goal of this guide is to explain when and how we use the present simple tense. It will show you how to make positive, negative, and question sentences in a simple way. We will also look at some common mistakes that people make when learning this tense, and give examples to make everything clearer. This guide is perfect for anyone who is just starting to learn English and wants to improve their grammar, is preparing for English tests like IELTS or TOEFL, wants to feel more confident when talking about daily routines, facts, or asking simple questions. By the end, you should be able to use the present simple tense without trouble in everyday situations, like talking about things you do regularly or things that are always true. What is the present simple tense? The present simple tense is used to talk about actions that are regular, habitual, or generally true. It's the tense we use when we want to express facts, routines, and things that happen consistently over time. Examples of present simple tense. I play football every weekend. She studies English on Mondays. The sun rises in the east. In each of these sentences, the present simple is used to show a habitual action or a general truth. Now, let's break it down further by looking at how the present simple tense is structured. Structure of the present simple tense. The structure of the present simple is relatively straightforward, but it can vary slightly depending on the subject of the sentence. Affirmative sentences. For affirmative, positive sentences, the present simple structure is as follows. Subject plus base verb, V1. Let's look at examples with different subjects. I work at a bank. You enjoy reading books. He plays the piano. We live in New York. They travel every summer. Notice that the verb remains the same for most subjects. However, when the subject is he, she, or it, we typically add an s or es to the verb. Examples with he, she/it. She dances beautifully. He reads the newspaper every morning. It rains often in April. For most verbs, you simply add s to the base form when the subject is he, she, or it. For verbs that end in ch, sh, x, or ss, you add es instead. She watches TV every night. He teaches English at the school. The dog catches the ball. Negative sentences. To make a sentence negative in the present simple, we use the auxiliary verb do, or does for he, she, or it, followed by not and the base form of the verb. The structure is subject plus do/does plus not plus base verb, V1. Examples. I do not, don't, like coffee. You do not, don't, need help. He does not, doesn't, play soccer. We do not, don't, go to the same school. They do not, don't, work on weekends. For he, she, and it, we use does not, or doesn't, and the verb does not take an s. The auxiliary verb does carries the s instead. Interrogative sentences, questions. To ask questions in the present simple, we also use the auxiliary verb do or does at the beginning of the sentence, followed by the subject and the base form of the main verb. The structure is do/does plus subject plus base verb, V1. Examples. Do you like pizza? Does she study every day? Do they live in London? Does it rain here often? As you can see, do is used with I, you, we, and they, while does is used with he, she, and it. When to use the present simple tense. The present simple tense is versatile and can be used in a variety of situations. Let's explore when it's most appropriate to use it. 1. Habits and routines. One of the primary uses of the present simple tense is to describe habitual actions or routines, things that happen regularly. Examples. I wake up at 6 a.m. every day. She walks to school every morning. They visit their grandparents once a month. In each case, the present simple is used to describe actions that are done repeatedly or habitually. 2. General truths and facts. The present simple is also used to state facts or things that are generally true. These are often scientific or universally accepted truths. Examples: the Earth orbits the Sun. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Cats have 4 legs. When you want to express a fact that is true in all cases, the present simple is the tense to use. 3. Scheduled events. We can also use the present simple to talk about future events that are scheduled, such as public transportation times, meetings, or appointments. Examples: the train leaves at 7 p.m. The concert starts at 8 o'clock. The store opens at 9 a.m. Even though these events are in the future, the present simple is used because they are scheduled and certain.
A day in my life. Every morning, I wake up at 6 a.m. sharp. My alarm clock rings loudly, and I immediately reach over to turn it off. I lie in bed for a few moments, feeling the soft blankets around me, and then I get up to start my day. The sun shines through the curtains, and I notice the soft golden light slowly filling my room. My room is small but cozy, with light blue walls and a few posters on the walls of my favorite movies and books. The first thing I always do is go to the kitchen and make a cup of coffee. The aroma of fresh coffee fills the room as I wait for it to brew. While I wait, I usually prepare a light breakfast. I usually eat some toast with butter, or sometimes I make scrambled eggs. I enjoy the peaceful morning silence, with only the sound of birds outside my window and the occasional car that drives by on the street below. Once my coffee is ready, I sit down at the small table by the window. I sip my coffee slowly, savoring the rich flavor, and I watch the people outside as they begin their day. I see neighbors walking their dogs, kids heading to school, and workers already heading to their jobs. It makes me feel connected to the world around me, even though I still am inside my little apartment. After finishing my coffee, I go to the bathroom to take a shower. The hot water wakes me up fully and refreshes me for the day ahead. I then get dressed for work. I always wear something simple and professional, usually a button-down shirt and jeans, or sometimes slacks if I have an important meeting. My job doesn't require a strict dress code, so I like to keep things comfortable but presentable. At 8 a.m., I leave my apartment and walk down the 3 flights of stairs to the street. My apartment building isn't very big, and I know most of my neighbors, so we often greet each other as we pass. I say good morning to the older couple who live on the 2nd floor, and they always smile warmly in return. I like the friendly atmosphere of my building. I head to the bus stop, which is just a short walk away. The bus usually arrives on time, around 8:10 a.m., and I get on with a few other regular commuters. The bus ride takes about 20 minutes, and I often use this time to listen to music or check my phone for any new emails. I enjoy this quiet time, as it gives me a chance to mentally prepare for the day ahead. By 8:30 a.m., I arrive at my office building. I work as a graphic designer at a medium-sized design firm. The office isn't too big, but it has a friendly and creative atmosphere. My coworkers are a great group of people, and we often collaborate on projects. I head to my desk, which is by a large window that overlooks the street below. I always enjoy the view, especially on sunny days. My workday usually begins with checking emails and planning out my tasks for the day. I design logos, brochures, posters, and various marketing materials for different clients. Each project requires a different approach, and I love the creativity that my job demands. Sometimes I brainstorm ideas with my team, and other times I work independently to bring a vision to life. My favorite part of the job is when I create something from scratch. I open my design software and start playing around with different colors, shapes, and fonts until something clicks. Once I find the right combination, I feel a sense of satisfaction. I know I'm in the right profession because I genuinely enjoy what I do every day. By 12:30 p.m., it's time for lunch. I meet my friend Sarah in the lobby of the office building. Sarah works in the marketing department, and we usually have lunch together. We walk to a small cafe just down the street, where we sit at our usual table by the window. Sarah orders her favorite sandwich and I usually choose a salad. We talk about our morning, our projects, and sometimes about our plans for the weekend. After lunch, I head back to the office and continue working on my projects. The afternoon usually passes quickly because I stay busy, and I often lose track of time while I work. Sometimes, I attend meetings with clients to discuss their vision for a project or get feedback on something I've already created. Other times, I focus entirely on designing, trying out different ideas, and perfecting the details. Around 5 p.m., my workday ends, and I leave the office. I usually take the bus home, just like in the morning. The ride feels a little longer in the evening, probably because I am more tired. I get home around 5:30 p.m. and kick off my shoes by the door. My apartment feels cozy and peaceful after a long day. In the evenings, I usually relax by reading a book or watching my favorite TV show. I love reading novels, especially mysteries and thrillers, so I always have a book on my nightstand. If I feel like something more relaxed, I turn on the TV and watch a few episodes of whatever series I'm currently following. Dinner is usually something simple. I cook for myself most nights, but I don't mind. I often make pasta, stir-fries, or a quick sandwich if I am not in the mood to cook something elaborate. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen, then I sit down on the couch and relax for a little while. Sometimes, I call my parents to check in with them. They live in another city, but we try to talk a few times a week. My mom always asks how my day went, and we usually talk about what's happening in our lives. I appreciate these moments of connection, even though we don't live close by. Around 9 p.m., I get ready for bed. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and change into my pajamas. I like to end my day by reading a few pages of my book before turning out the lights. Reading helps me unwind, and I often fall asleep quickly after reading for a little while. As I lie in bed, I reflect on my day. Each day feels similar, but I enjoy the routine. I feel lucky to have a job that I love, a cozy apartment to come home to, and friends and family who support me. I know life isn't always easy, but I try to focus on the positives. I fall asleep knowing that tomorrow is another day, another chance to wake up, drink my coffee, and live another day of my life.